So this confession says, my man is 22 and he still wears pajamas to bed. Just wears some shorts and a shirt. Why he gotta wear PJs? Huh? What? What? Huh? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with a man wearing pajamas? I mean, I don't wear pajamas like a set. Like, I don't. Well, let me chill on the replies on Twitter because it could get TOS. But what's wrong with wearing pajamas to bed? Do women really find this like off-putting or offsetting, unattractive or whatever? Like, you can't wear a pajama set? What's going on? Like, I mean, to be honest, I wore this to bed. No, I didn't wear this to bed. I wear like this shirt to bed, like, and just some boxers or like some shorts or something like that. I can call it a night. Like, I don't see anything wrong with a pajama set though. Like, ladies, is this you want your man out here dressed in like, pajamas? Is that okay or no? Like, I don't know how to feel about it. But 22 though, I mean, clearly they're still in school by the HBCU, but is that bad? This confession says, men, would you be upset if your girl named your future child after her first love that was killed, even if it was a middle name? I'm not gonna lie. I really don't know how I feel about that one. I don't know how I feel about that one. Oh wait, no, I'm not gonna scroll. But let's say I get married and she want to name my future child after her love that was killed, or a middle name. I guess I'd have to hear the reasoning for it. I'd have to hear the reasoning for it. I don't know how I'd feel about that. Like, if it's like, let's say her last boyfriend's name was Kevin or something, I don't know, and Kevin got killed in like a car accident or something. If she wanted to make my son's middle name Kevin because it's a nice name and it just so happens that he got in a car accident, I feel like that's okay. But if it's like, oh, I'm trying to create my first love, or not first love, I'm trying to create that past relationship, or I'm trying to recreate that, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, I'm not for that. Like, you're not about to sit here and try to recreate something with someone else with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, on that type of term. I don't know. That's kind of weird. Get her Jay to pick. I mean, for real, that's kind of iffy though. Like, I don't think Kevin's a bad name to name a kid though. But I'm just saying, like, if it's on that type of timing, like Kevin's a nice name. I mean, it's a lot of names that you could pick from. Don't get me wrong, but like, oh yeah, Kevin's a nice name. We do that, blah blah. Oh, so and so, that was my ex back in the day, and he died or something, whatever. Okay, yeah. Such a wasp. What's up, wasp? But yeah, like, I don't see the problem in that at all. Like, what's wrong with that? On that type of term. Man, I'm telling y'all, always remember, every female has options. Single, married, in a relationship, no matter what. They always got another person shooting their shot any day. What are you doing to keep them interested? Okay. First of all, this is where chemistry is key. This is where communication is key. This is the type of timing that y'all got to be on, to where it's like nothing is coming against us. Nothing is going to drive a wedge between us. None of that. Like, so it shouldn't even be a question about what are you doing to keep them interested. They're going to be right there with you. If they're really, you know what I'm saying? If they're really like that, if they're really like, if y'all really locked in type shit, there's no like, oh, I need to do this to make them happy. It's going to come naturally. That's my point. Like, it's going to come naturally. You got to be with somebody that you can just be yourself with, to where this kind of distracted me. Hold on. Kind of distracted me, but you got to be at a point with somebody. Like, for me, let's say, my girl, whenever I get one, it don't matter. Like, whenever we lock in type shit. Yeah, exactly. Like, I feel that. I'm not trying to keep her interested. I'm trying to keep being myself, to the point where I'm like, okay, this isn't even going to pop up. This isn't even going to happen in a conversation with us. Like, and it should be the same. It should be the same for me too. Like, women will. I will say this: women have more options. They will definitely have more chances, like single, being married, in a relationship, whatever the case may be. But it's not like men are out here just like not pulling nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it can go both ways for sure. But I get what whoever this person is trying to say. I get what they're trying to say for sure. But it comes to a point where you can't be thinking about what can I do to keep her happy. Like, it just has to be there naturally. Just for me, it has to be there naturally. And that's why all my relationships has lasted so long. It just didn't get to the point where, how can I put it? It's like people grow apart, and it's okay. People can grow apart. That's okay. You know, don't want to move wherever, moving on to a different state or whatever. And, you know, she, whatever, while I was still in school, and then while I was in high school, you know, she went on, you know what I'm saying? Like, those are the type of things that, like, it didn't work out for me. So I'm like, okay, whatever. But I never had no type of problems like this where it's like, what am I doing to keep them interested? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just speaking on experience for myself. That's just what it is. But, I mean, if people are having this type of problem, then I would suggest probably doing doing something new, like sharing a new experience together, something like that. Be active, travel somewhere, be adventurous, you know, like just do something like new, exciting, fun, that y'all have a similar interest to, and things like that. My ex cheated on me with a fat person and had the audacity to beg me to take him back. Nope. Go back to the person who looks unattractive when naked. I refuse to lower my standards again for anyone just to say I have a partner. First of all, okay. I feel like this is from a woman's perspective, because the comments, I'm thinking, okay, yeah. I don't feel like a woman would say something like this. I could be wrong, I don't know, but I'm just gonna go off of that. So when people, hey Reese, appreciate the chili, appreciate you. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So basically, if you're gonna, when will people learn? When will people understand that just because you look a certain type of way, just because you may, how can I put it, like portray yourself a certain way or things like that, that's not gonna keep somebody. You know what I'm saying? This quote unquote fat person, whatever, that the ex cheated on you with, they probably made them happy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not condoning, first of all, I'm not condoning cheating, okay? I'm not condoning cheating. If you want to cheat, then leave. That's how I feel about it. But if you worried about losing your ex to a fat person, that's what it's centered around as. That's what this confession is centered around as. If you're worried about that, then you worried about the wrong things. You worried about the wrong things. Peace is golden, absolutely. I will go towards any woman that gives me peace. Oh yeah, I'm safe with you. I feel good with you. You give me peace of mind. All of that, like, you know what I'm saying? But obviously, attraction has to be there. You know, like, you're not going to be put in a situation with me where, as far as like a relationship goes, where I'm not attracted to you. But you know, like, I don't really care. It ain't cheating, it's me. But for real though, like, I don't understand that. I don't understand why people put themselves through that, because, you know, it is what it is. At this point, from this perspective, you gotta just take the loss and go. That's just what it is. That's just what it is to me personally. Come on, bro. Me and my girl were talking about our past, and she was telling me how submissive and all the freaky stuff she used to do with her exes. Low-key got me mad, because why isn't she like this with me? Okay. You know what? Hey, appreciate you again, Israel. Thank you so much. For real, thank you. Still lurking. Appreciate you, Terry. I really do appreciate you. So this right here, I've I've come to realize that a lot of women really don't mind being submissive if they have something to submit to. You know what I'm saying? If she's not doing this freaky stuff with her exes, it could be one of maybe two things that I would say. Number one, I would say y'all never had that type of conversation. Y'all never brought it up. You know what I'm saying? None of that ever happened. So how is she gonna feel safe enough to do the stuff that she did in the past with other people if you didn't create that space to do it? So the conversation probably was never said or never happened or whatever. Or number two, that could have happened. Maybe you're just not that guy. Maybe that's just not your body. Maybe that's not it. You know, if this is the only thing that's, I guess, quote unquote, wrong with the relationship, she is looking to you for a reason, and she is willing to let that go in order to be with someone that treats her differently. That's how I look at it. So, you know, as far as from your point of view, I would say either get over it or have that conversation with her, like, hey, you know, I'm interested in doing this, you know, what you was trying to do in the past, like the freaky stuff. And then if that's cool with her, then, you know, obviously do it. And if not, then there's the conversation. You're wondering out why you're not getting this type of, you know what I'm saying, this type of activity from her. That's really it. Yeah, just have a conversation. Don't be scared to have a conversation with her. That's your girl. So I try to do it every Wednesday, Thursday, whenever I can. Wednesday Wisdom from Six Brown Chicks. Go give them a follow. They post great content. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. So the first one is, I get thirsty at night and I keep bottled water by my bed. Half asleep, I gulped my water and it went down the wrong pipe. I was legit choking in bed. I flailed and tried to breathe. I saw my fiance look at me and then roll over and pretend to be asleep. He heard me choking and didn't help me. I woke him and confronted him. Me, why you ain't help me? You see me choking. Him, you didn't need my help when you were choking on dude. Yo, you didn't need my help when you were choking on dudes. He said he forgave me for sleeping with my ex. He caught us, but every time I turn around, he throws it in my face. Yo, so he's willing to let you die? Because that's not funny, but yo, that's actually crazy. That's actually crazy. He's willing to just roll over and let you die because he caught you and yo, no, what do you mean what to do? You need to get out of there. Like, I'm not gonna victim blame. I'm not gonna do none of that. You cheated. That's on you, lady. But, you know, after that, you chose to stay in that relationship. You chose to keep going with this. And you writing in a confession, a tweet, or whatever, that you're willing to air this out publicly, and you're willing to be like, hey, you know, this happened, blah, blah, blah. What should I do? That's what you should do. You need to leave. Like, that's that. No, you need to get out of there. Like, this is gonna be much. It's gonna be much worse if that happens. If something different happens, like what it feels like a food or something. Like, that's not easy to get rid of as far as like, you know, like choking or whatever. But if it's like I said, food or something, yeah, you need to get out of there. He must live with her. Should not even. Yeah, no, he shouldn't. Yeah, of course. Like, after that, if I catch my girlfriend doing that to somebody, I'm not staying. Like, what? Huh? What? First, that's the first mess up right there. That's not happening. But okay, let's just say off the whim, off some crazy shit, I forgave her if she was doing that to somebody, and then we still live together, we're still together, blah 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 blah, all that stuff, and she throws it back in my face. Well, no, wait, yeah, she throws it. Wait, yeah. She throws it in my face that she did that or something like that. If I'm choking or if she's doing it, Like, yeah, if I'm choking, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, that's a toxic. That is too toxic. Too toxic. No, it's done. It's done for. It's done for. It's done for. You gotta. She has to get out of there for sure. No matter where I was in the world, I always sent money home. Okay, I made good money at the time, and I made sure that my mom and my sister's bills were paid. Okay, sounding like past tense. Last month, I lost my job and had to return home. No one answered my call or picked me up from the airport. I arrived home to find out my sister was 7 months pregnant at work while her boyfriend was laid up in the house with a female. Excuse me. I raised hell and called for my mom. He threw my mom's urn at me, covered me in her ashes. My mother passed last year and my sister didn't tell me. She kept cashing the checks. I can't say that on Twitch. The guy and threw him out. He returned with the cops and had me arrested. My sister sided with her bloody boyfriend and didn't seem to care about the other woman. What the fuck is going on here? Is she brainwashed? How? Why would she choose this bum over her big brother? Advice. Um uh whoa, whoa, okay, that's a lot to unpack here. Advice? First of all, I watch a lot of Criminal Minds, okay? So my mind went to a lot of different places during reading this, okay? I feel like just my gut feeling, I feel like her and the man had something to do with your mother dying, okay? I feel that way. It's deep in my gut. Wait, hold on. I didn't. Yo, hold on. I didn't mean to phrase it like that, but I feel it deep in my spirit that the sister and that boyfriend had something to do with your mom's passing, and I feel like the other woman, or him and the other woman, and the other woman is close to the sister. Two out of those three people have something to do with something about this, because nobody's just out here throwing urns at people, you know what I'm saying? Nobody's out here just throwing your mother's urns at people, first of all. Well, second of all. But it's like, if your own sister, if your own family is throwing you under the bus like that, alarms would be going off in my head. Alarms. And what people need to realize is, don't ignore those alarms, those sirens in your head that give you insight to something, because your mind will pick up on certain things, and once things start to start alarming yourself, you know what I'm saying, you'll start putting two and two together, like, okay, she did this, he did that, things like that happen, and all this other stuff. It's adding up now. So, you know what I'm saying? Be careful with people like that. Your own family is crazy, though. Hello from Fairbanks, Alaska. In general, black people are a rarity here, but I love it. I've dated Dave for 2 years and we're expecting our first baby. He always treated me well until recently. Dave and I were having dinner when a small group of tourists from a cruise entered the restaurant. An older male tourist stopped by our table, introduced himself to me and Dave, and then asked us about life in Alaska. Dave stood up and walked out. I paid the bill and followed behind him. Dave yelled, "You talking to another man in front of me?" He called me a bunch of words I can't say on Twitch. Oh, damn. I was in shock. This man had loved on me and been in my bed for 2 years. Where did this ugly behavior come from? Dave apologized and explained, "You were talking to that man with my baby in you, and I lost control. He wants to reunite, but I'm afraid. Um, Wait, what? Baby? Oh yeah, expecting our first baby. Okay. So y'all were at a restaurant. A group of tourists ask how's life in Alaska. He crashes out, start losing his shit because he put a baby in you, and you said what, life is okay or whatever. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot more to this story that we don't know about. Maybe she had a thing for older men in the past, and what I'm saying, I don't know, but I don't know why did he just crash out like that? That doesn't, it's not making sense to me. Like, why would he crash out? He wants to reunite, but I'm afraid. My advice to this woman would be to have a long talk with him. I guess, yeah, have a long talk with him, because you're not just gonna, you know what I'm saying, do something like that, go back. I mean, you'll always have, I feel like a woman would always have ties to her baby's father, and will always, you know what I'm saying, like, there's always going to be some type of relationship there, whether they're single or together, whatever. But as far as like reuniting and being in a relationship, if I was you, I would have a serious talk with that man, and I would be like, what the fuck was that? What's up with you? Like, you know what I'm saying? So put it all out on the table and just make sure that, I guess, you know, that doesn't happen again. But 2 years, I feel like 2 years is a long time to know somebody. So if this happened, you know, clearly she said she was in shock. So this may be like the first time, I guess, it happened or whatever. I don't know. But there has to be something else to this story that we don't really know about, unless he just wanted to crash out and just did something crazy. But then again, I've never impregnated a woman. You know what I'm saying? I never had that type of tie with a woman. Unfortunately, maybe in the future, hopefully. But it's like, I can't put myself in his shoes 100%, because I've heard, I've heard stories where like the woman gets really crazy and possessive and stuff, like when they have a baby inside of them, and every little thing that the man does or whatever is just, you know, it's just ultra analyzed, and then it goes the opposite way for men too. So it's like, I put my son in there, I put my daughter in there, whatever the case may be, my kids, and then it's like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I can't really, I'm only putting my view on it from the outside looking in. So, you know, hopefully they get that situated. Single dad to a 17-year-old honor student. Okay, shout out to your student. My son was depressed because his first girlfriend ever slept with his friends but not him. I tried to convince him to let her go, but his ego wouldn't let him. He finally introduced me to the girl, and she's a goblin. Nike swoosh eyebrows, built wrong. Whoa, hold on. She's 17, buddy. She's 17, buddy. What do you mean built wrong? What do you mean built wrong? That's a little weird. I'm not gonna lie, that's a little weird. I suspect an extra chromosome or two. Yo. This, I see why you're a single dad. Damn, giving off weirdo vibes already. And she's very disrespectful to my son. I'm so disappointed, underwhelmed with this young lady. So 2 weeks later, her goblin parent visited me to discuss her pregnancy, and they expect a marriage. My son knows this ain't his kid, but he's willing to claim it because he loves her. Also, his grades are slipping. Advice: you need to get your family under control, buddy. Okay, you need to get your family under control. This should have been stopped as soon as she cheated on your son. This should have stopped immediately. None of this. Right, where is it? Right here where it says his first girlfriend ever slept with his friends and not him. All this would have been gone. That's not that my son. If I have a son and that happens to my son, that's not happening. None of this is happening. You know what I'm saying? So you need to get your family, get that under control. The disrespect of the girl here with the extra chromosome and built wrong is a little weird and was unnecessary. But I'm just saying, like, if she if her parents expect marriage, first of all, it's not up to the parents, respectfully. It's not up to the parents to expect marriage from somebody. Like, oh, my daughter's gonna marry you because they're in a relationship, blah blah blah, stuff like that. No, that's not happening. I'm gonna marry someone because I love them and I want them. I want her to, like, you know, be with me, be my wife. Like, parental influence on a marriage for me is not happening. I can ask for my parents' opinion. Yeah, do you like her? Do you think she's a good match for me? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, but ultimately it's up to me. As far as, like, expecting it just because it's, no, that's not happening. That's not happening. So what you need to do with your son is talk some sense into your son. Like, no, you're not claiming his baby. It's not yours. You know how many other women you can love just as much as her, or even more than her? Like, just because you love a girl does not mean that you need to claim a son that is not yours, especially at 17. At 17. Nah, that's crazy. And your grade is slipping because of it? No. You gotta tell your son to tee up, bro. Tell your son to tee up. Tell your son to stop worrying about these women right now. Literally sit him down and be like, listen, you do not need to be involved in this. You have literally, at 17 years old, you have your whole life ahead of you. You have not lived nothing yet. Okay? You have your whole life ahead of you. Do not do this to yourself because you see she's willing to sleep with your friends and not you, number one. Number two, she's cheating on you. You don't want nobody that's going to cheat on you. Number three, it's like you already have a bad relationship with the parents. The dad has a bad relationship with the parents. It's just a mess. You don't want to bring a child into that, especially if it's not your kid. No, that's actually ridiculous. No, this is a wild one. You got to get your family under control, buddy. My boyfriend is a rapper all y'all know. Okay. Doesn't like to wear underwear. That would be a sexy thing, huh? Y'all women out here. Hold on. Let me keep reading. That would be a sexy thing. Except I can smell him even after he's left my bedroom. Sorry, y'all. No, I'm sorry. No, that. He came through on Friday. I'm writing y'all on the following Monday, and I can still smell his in my bed. I asked him to shower with me, but he says that's something he only does with his main chick. And he always shoves my head in his lap, but I cannot hold my breath long enough to put my face down there, and he never returns the favor. Our sex life is struggling because of his garbage hygiene, but he's famous, and I don't want to lose access to him. Advice. The advice that I can give you is you need to start messing with people in your own tax bracket. The people in your own tax bracket apparently will clean themselves, first of all. Second of all, like, why would you want to put yourself through that? I literally almost threw up live right here, and I would have got banned because I'm pretty sure you can't throw up on Twitch. Like, I would have literally got banned because you would rather have somebody that comes through your place on a Friday and you can still smell his stench on Monday. You gotta love yourself. That's the number one. That's my biggest advice. Love yourself. Get out of that. What are you doing? The second main point. Just because he has status, just because he has a lot of clout, a lot of, you know what I'm saying, that can give you access to a lot of things, and he's famous, whatever the case may be, that shouldn't lower your bar of expectations. That shouldn't lower the bar of what you would allow. And third of all, I would probably say this is the most important. You're not even the main girl and he's doing this to. Like, what? Do you know how nasty that is? Like, okay, hygiene aside, him saying that you're not his main girl and you're still allowing him to do that and being nasty, like, hygiene wise like that. What do you think the STD or the STI, his status is going to be at that point? If he's willing to come over and he's smelling like that, you could smell him literally the next week. Like, what? Is this how low the bar is for some people? There's no way the bar is this low for some people. Absolutely no way. Absolutely no way. There's no way at all. But he's famous and you don't want to lose access to him. Okay, well, just to play devil's advocate here, just to, do that for fun. If you really don't want to lose him and you want to continue to do this stuff with him, you gotta see if he can put you on to somebody else, somebody different. Not put you on, but like see if you can get access to somebody else within the realm. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's what I don't condone that at all, because I believe in like working hard and stuff to get to where you want to be. But if you are in a relationship with somebody that treats themselves terribly as far as hygiene goes, and you can literally smell them the next week in your own house when they left days ago, like, you need to get out of there. But if you, like I said, if you don't want to lose access and whatever, blah blah blah, don't care, that's just the game you gotta play. I guess you gotta be on that type of timing. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I don't condone it. I don't do it. But if you don't want to set boundaries, if you don't want to be like, hey, you need to clean up, like, that's gross. You know what I'm saying? Talking about he only does it with his main chick. So you getting literally hygiene leftovers from the main chick. Like, that's actually disgusting. I can't believe the bar is that low for someone outside, and it's time for a winter romance with a fat housed female. I've played the game long enough and know how it works. Do it to her good in bed and then fall asleep. Remain asleep while she goes to work and then curl her toes again when she comes home. Boom, I have free housing for the winter. Who are these people? Boom is crazy. Boom, I have free housing for the winter. I chose Gracie. Whoa, name is crazy. A full-figured cutie who lives next door to my mama's house. Let me be clear, I put in work and effed Gracie to sleep. At 2 a.m., she promptly cut on every light in the house and threw me out. Me, I'm too tired to walk. Her, you can go to your mama's house or I can call the cops. What, in the left story? Plot twist? I left. A week later, Gracie let me smash again. Before I could fall asleep, she handed me my clothes. I asked her if I could spend the night and cuddle. Her, we can play, but I sleep alone. My mama's boyfriend won't let me stay at their house, and I don't have the money to start over and date and invest in someone else before winter hits. How do I convince Gracie to let me stay the night in the winter? By the way, I low-key think she's using me for sex. Help. She's definitely using you at this point. At this point, once she says we can play but I sleep alone, she's definitely using you for sex, buddy. So let's you know what I'm saying? Let's not let's not get that confused. But as far as advice to let me stay the night and winter with a cold emoji, that lets me know that you're not really serious. So I really wouldn't give you any advice, but since this is this type of format, I would say that, how can I put it? I don't think there's any hope for you to stay the night, stay the winter, buddy. I don't think there's any hope for you. What I think you need is a reality check. um, but I will say this on the contrary. There are women that will let you stay. I've seen it firsthand. I've literally seen it firsthand. They don't care. The bar is that low for them that they would let somebody else stay there, rent free, food in their stomach, bed made, laundry did. You know what I'm saying? There's women that will do that. But as far as Gracie, I don't know. You gotta talk to her, I guess. Yeah, you got. I don't know. You gotta talk to her. How am I supposed to know? It seems okay in this story. It seems like Gracie just made a 180. It seems like she just made a 180 from this point right here. I chose Gracie, a full freaking cutie who lives next door to my mama's house. Let me be clear, I put in work and left her to sleep. At 2 a.m., she promptly cut on every light in the house and threw me out. She definitely did a whole 180 there. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, but the only thing that I would have to say is she probably, you know, it is what it is with her. Or just talk to her, see what's up, why the switch up, whatever. I don't know. But if that's the case, if literally your only job is to want to find somebody that is going to let you stay for the winter, then just go find somebody else. As bad as that sounds, I mean, I guess, but this behavior is terrible. I don't condone it, but I mean, yeah, that's just not it.